That's what I want. I just want to know what their source of all this.
The devil. And by the devil, I mean some, living and breathing, possibly, allegedly Caucasian male. And welcome back to another episode of the For All Nerds Show. It's your boy DJ Ben Amin, aka Big Dick Grayson Energy, Edward Nidma, please, Cal L. Bundy, allow Jordan here in the spaceship tonight.
Yo.
And as always, I'm joined by
Tatiana King, the Grand Duchess of Tech, also known as Beretta Scott King, Lambo Calrissian, Gucci Mane, DeLorean, Doc Aki, the coldest winter soldier ever, and the Ting of the North.
I think a Cal L. Bundy shirt might sell.
I like it, but I don't know, man.
You never know. We also have a very special returning guest who's working on becoming one of the mayors out here. How many times you been on this show now?
The mayor of the spaceship.
It's been a few times, y'all. This is Brandon Collins, a.k.a. Frodo Blackens, a.k.a. American Collins, a.k.a. Mr. Drunk Black History, a.k.a. Too Much Sugar, a.k.a. Fantastic Mr. Collins. How y'all doing today?
Hey,
nice, very nice.
Welcome back. That's an old record held by Just Blaze, right? About being mayor of ForAllNerds.
Or Joe Illidge.
Nah. Just Blaze would just pop up in a random.
Oh yeah, no, I mean
for 2 hours.
Oh, I mean, when you talk about for that, yeah, it was definitely Just Blaze.
Yeah.
For the most random, conversations that were also very intellectual and enlightening, definitely Just Blaze.
Yeah.
I was just talking about the mayor. Remember when you were the mayor of places? What was that thing? Foursquare.
Foursquare?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my God.
I know.
Throwback.
I only remember it because somebody brought it up on Threads the other day because I was like, oh shit, people really used to be like, yo, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm the mayor.
Foursquare used to be that girl. I ain't gonna hold you. It used to be that girl. I used to be mayor of a few places and you would battle it out like somebody take your mayorship if you just miss a visit or whatever.
I never once thought of it.
I was a school counselor at a private all-girls high school.
Wow.
A lot of them were posting on Foursquare and they were talking about me about there was creepy dudes that were popping up. I'm like, yeah, because you keep publicly sharing where you're at. Stop doing that.
I mean, listen, it was all right until it wasn't.
No, it was never all right. People just didn't realize
because people wasn't doing all that extra stuff until it got real popular. Then all of a sudden, the creepsters fucked it up. So I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I never was into telling people where I was at.
I would check in after I'd already left, which is how you're supposed to do it. So.
True indeed. Yeah.
Well, I was raised in suburbs where quite a few white kids would tell too much about what their families were doing, and some of them would get robbed during spring break or summer vacation. So I always was I'm not telling people shit. I'm not telling anybody where I'm at.
Wow.
You'll find out the Cheesecake Factory? 5 hours ago.
Time to kick in the dough. No. Yeah. Not for the bin. No.
Yeah, that was whole Bling Ring, right? Wasn't the movie about that? It was a real story too.
That was about that's what the movie was about.
I didn't know that. I know what it was about, but I didn't know they were Foursquare.
Well, no, they weren't Foursquare, but the teens were basically watching Perez Hilton and shit like that, and seeing what celebrities were on vacation. Yeah, we just go to Paris Hilton's house. It was crazy.
Yeah, and just basically walk in because people leave their houses open because they would think who's gonna break in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
teenagers. That's who.
Think about it, right? Yeah, other white people. That's who.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people with no sense, just like you.
We ain't doing that. Ben ain't gonna go in there with his glasses on.
Bro, let me tell you how one time I always talk about this. I grew up in Houston, and there's this area of Houston called River Oaks. If you know River Oaks, it's Beverly Hills of Houston. It's outrageous. And me and my boy were going to a party that wasn't in River Oaks because, what would we be doing going to a party in River Oaks? But I think we were going through River Oaks to get to this party, and we stopped because his car might have been having car trouble or whatever. I mean, not 30 seconds, and there was a cop on our ass. What are you doing in this neighborhood, boy? Get on out of here. So, no, yeah. I already know. I'm not trying to break into Mrs. Hilton's house, Miss Hilton, whatever. None of the above. But this is For All Nerds, where we're always not just talking about kiddos and BDEs. Sometimes we talk about geek and pop culture as well. And we do have Mr. Brandon American Collins here. And since we don't want to talk about, your middle name too much because it's all trifling news for that.
America has a problem.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, I like, damn it, I said I was just saying it, but I'm gonna say something because I was gonna post this thread earlier, and now I deleted it before I posted it. So why not just say it on here?
Always a good strategy.
Yeah, always a good strategy. Less chances of it being like spread around and somebody showing it in my face later in court. I'm sure they'll just play it or use my voice as AI anyway.
That would be hilarious if like you got caught up with some audio. They just played episodes of ForAllNerds and you just got your head in your hands like, shit.
Well, see, the thing is,
Tatiana told me not to say that.
The thing that I've already accepted is because there's thousands of hours of me talking, they can make me say whatever I want.
Yep.
I mean, whatever they want. So I'm already doomed if that, being the case, because people aren't going to believe me when I say I didn't say that. They're going to be like, no, Ben said that. Ben.
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 Yeah, that's to be the end of it. So there's, I have no hope already. So let me just say what I was going to say anyway. I was going to say that my thread was, what I was going to post was, I don't think it's possible to fix America because I don't think it's broken in terms of the people who created it. Like, in the terms of people who created it, it's working just fine. It's working to its maximum, for that matter.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's possible to fix something that isn't broken, is what my thread was going to be about. And why I'm, looking at straddling, because I don't think it's possible to fix something that's not broken.
That is the statement in and of itself. I don't have no notes.
Yeah, I really don't have much else to say.
We're not gonna say, hey, change your mind, man. Like, things will get better. Like, no.
You ain't wrong.
Because it's not broken. So how, it's not, it'll get better for the people who made it, for everyone else.
So what about the people who can't leave?
Hunker down and form community. Like, because that was my other option. That was my then that's still an option I'm considering because I really do love my community in Brooklyn. And I just had a recent experience that we've, yet to really talk about. But this summer I got to visit Knoll Farm in Vermont for a fellowship, the Better Cells Fellowship. And it was really.
You and I talked about it.
Well, yeah, you and I have definitely talked about it, obviously, and you're one, and I will let you know. And I've talked to a bunch of other fellows. You might meet some of them this weekend, but we had a discussion about it. And it's very difficult to talk to people who haven't been there for it. And most of them haven't. Some of them have significant others they barely discussed it with. So that's, I consider you a very valued friend for that.
Thanks.
And sister. But one thing I definitely, and human being to be more, accurate, because that was something else I learned there. But another thing I really learned there is the value of community. I mean, extreme what I learned there is the value of community and how important it is in situations like this, and how important it's always been to Black people and African people worldwide and indigenous people, etc. The people, as I would say, the majority of people on this planet, as I would say, it's always been very important. So I would say just hunker down and, work on your community, because that's something I am seriously doing, even as I'm making plans to skedaddle. I want to see about getting because we have a refrigerator a few blocks down that people can just put food into, but I want to see about getting one on our corner, things of that nature. I would love to, if I do stay in this house, I'm going to plant a garden on our roof, things of that nature. So that is my advice to people, is to seriously work on your community, help out, ignore the capitalist system as much as possible. Like, learn to barter and trade with each other, learn to talk to your neighbors, put down your phone, stop looking at screens and talk to people, all of these things. So that's the advice I would give right now. And that's the advice I would give in any situation. That's how, we've survived through everything. And that's just how humanity has survived through everything.
I don't know about bartering, man. I play Animal Crossings, and my bartering skills were not good.
But Animal Crossing, from what I'm saying,
like livelihood shit. Like,
it's some ruthless. There ain't no bartering, because my man got you in like
Tom Bell, man.
Yeah, Tom Bell got you on some straight slavery.
He's a sharecropper.
Yeah, sharecropping, right? Like, you had to work for him, and you had to buy stuff from his store, right? Am I correct? Right?
Yeah. He controls the market.
Yeah, and like, he pays you and you buy stuff from him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the money, the bells are his currency.
And you also work for him?
That is kind of sharecropper-ish.
Yeah,
You live
like,
on his land, right?
It's like when a college professor makes you buy their textbook. You're like, what?
Yeah, but
I did buy a
wow.
parcel of land from Tom Nook, rather. Tom Nook.
Okay, and yeah, so you're a sharecropper, and
I love Animal Crossing though. Like, why
well, you can love it all you want.
So
a lot of slaves love their position.
Well, that's why a lot of people just spend time fishing and shit. You know, they got to have some peaceful time away from the slavery.
Yeah, because you could go fish by yourself. It's just a stick you find on the ground. That has nothing to do with
sad. Time. That is so sad.
They do some real quiet shit in Animal Crossing.
They know how slavery based their game is, so they give you some type of relaxation in it.
Damn. You know, there's gonna be a game like this in this dystopian world we live in. There's definitely gonna be an RPG at some point where you a black sharecropper and like your pastime is just walking down a dirt road to get some fresh water from the well. like that's like a side mission.
No, like you're taking it easy on America, bro. I can't believe. I'm sure there already has been, you're a slave for a day, video game. But yeah, that is coming. If not, but hold on.
God, if there's Roots the video game for PS5, I'm gonna lose my shit.
PS7 definitely. Oh, but let's go back to. Let's go
immersive.
Yeah, we gotta wait. No, we just gotta wait till America fully gets there. You know what I mean? But let's go back to Animal Crossing being a sharecropping game because I'm not done here. I'm really mad that the game is so slavery based that they really had to give you a time to relax.
Yeah, I mean,
you want to talk dystopian? It's right there. It's just dystopian and
I mean that's all the outfits. Books, right? Every dystopian book, there's always like a free period, right, for people to like decompress. Whether that's like they're doing like exercising or they're like allowed to communicate with each other for like an hour or something like that. Like whether it's George Orwell or some other like shit.
Why has nobody talked about this about Animal Crossing? I know people hate Tom
because it was an escape. But I will say this: if you haven't been in your Animal Crossing house in like a very long time, do you know what happens when you go back into your house?
Tom whips you.
Jesus, don't you lose things?
You get roaches.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Okay.
You get roaches, and then you have to stomp out, find, and exterminate each and every one of the roaches.
Which Animal Crossing is this?
Every Animal Crossing, the one you played during pandemic. If you like, say for example, like if I go in my game right now, you go in your game right now. I don't know the last time you played. I haven't played in years.
It's been a long time.
Go in your house right now. Everybody listening, go in. I know you haven't touched Animal Crossing in a minute. Go into your house right now.
It's gonna be like Resident Evil 2. Just a bunch of roaches eating out.
It should be way worse than that for these people. It should be like ghosts and ghouls and goblins up in there.
Well, you want something when you step on a roach, a little ghost comes, the little spirit pops up. So.
No.
Like the Luigi Mansion shit.
I would have been abandoned my house just to do that joint.
That's wild. I mean, games are really intense these days, so I would believe Tatiana because I tried to play Resident Evil 7. And that's in first person, like it's a first person.
Oh no, yeah,
hell no! I remember when that shit came out. I said, why the fuck would you want to play that first person?
It was so scary.
So you can't get out. Can you get out of that camera view at all?
Nope. Like it's the whole thing.
That's what I remember it being that way.
And it ramps up too, because it's like vampires and lichens, and then like there's these tall women in this mansion.
Yeah, no.
It's fucking scary.
I'm good.
No, like that's like there's this game, I can't remember the name of it. They made a sequel for it too, but it was PS5, and you play as a woman first person. It's like you're a tribal indigenous person, and the game deals with like psychosis and other things of that nature. So there is definitely a lot of ill, things you see and stuff. But the game itself was just, it was one of the first PS5 games where I saw where it just took it there, where it was so beautiful. And I was like, I'm never, I played like, 20 minutes of the demo or whatever. I'm like, no way, because this game looks so real and it's about horror and horrible things happening to this person. And it's first person. I'm good. And then they went and made a sequel, and I've never seen either,
The horror ones are usually the most beautiful, just like visually, which is wild.
It was that was like the way that woman looked, was so real that it was scary to me. Like I'd not seen a game other than like The Last of Us 2, which is another one I'll never play because I watched the trailer when they dropped that joint at whatever, the big conference was. And I remember being like, yo, this is the most beautiful game I've ever seen that I'll never play. Because
it's intense.
No.
Like the first one gave me an anxiety attack. I remember like I was like, is this what anxiety is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not that, like, because when they were, you're slitting somebody's throat and it looked, nah, man, that was way too much. Way.
Oh, that's the least of your worries in Last of Us 2.
Jesus.
That's
Yeah.
the least the disturbing thing you're gonna see in that game.
Well, then, yeah, that's why I'll never play it, and why I've never watched anything but the first episode of the second season, and I'm good. Kind of like, Tatiana saw a movie today that, we really can't talk about just yet, but it's another one I ain't never gonna see.
I can tell you what I saw. No, I can't
Okay.
tell you what I saw.
No?
I just thought about it like, I don't even know, so I'm not trying to get in trouble.
Yeah, but I ain't never
it was a
see
dark fucking movie, I'll say that.
That
Yeah.
embargo, right?
Yeah, that embargo. Yeah.
That embargo.
Yeah.
It was dark as fuck, and you guys will know as soon as I can tell you.
Like dark in nature, dark in tone, everything. Like
all of the above.
All of the above. All of the above.
I have a feeling we're in for some like dark movies in the fall.
Yeah.
You know what?
Like, even Avatar looks like it's going to be the darkest one. You know what I mean?
It definitely is.
I think there's a lot of dark tone things coming.
But I find that interesting because like these films have been in, and granted, all the horrible stuff has happened in the last, like the extra horrible on top of the horrible has happened in the last 2-3 years. These things are in development for 2, 3, 4, sometimes more years. So when it's in a different era when they're creating it. And then by the time they release it, it tends to coincide with what's happening.
But not to writers. That's the thing. Writers are usually reading. And when you read, you're going to, see trends.
Things,
and that's right.
Anticipate, like.
And also the directors too, right? Like we're talking about like, upcoming movies with James Cameron, Paul Thomas Anderson, like rich white guys.
Yes.
Very specific type of circle. So they're hearing things way
further
as ordinary people. So they're hearing things that are already in motion.
20
so
years.
Like, I want to give my take on like what that's going to look like for society. So by the time they finally get to the thing,
it actually matching up with, our imitating life type shit.
Yeah. And then also, that's the other thing that we've been talking about a lot on the show recently, is how a lot of sci-fi and fantasy, especially sci-fi, because it helps determine the world we live in, has not been showing hope. And I feel that's a weakness. And, as much as I don't like contributing things to whiteness, it's yet another weakness of whiteness, because a lot of writers, for one, working writers in Hollywood are white males. And a lot of these white males don't have hope in their own lives because they tend to be quite self-destructive, etc. They've got their own issues, and they don't know how to look inside and outside of themselves for inspiration. Like, a lack of a spiritual base, I would say, is what makes people not have that inner hope or be able to see a better future.
To that point, I would also say lack of shame. And like, this is something that like, I think, lack of humility. That's something that like
all of these quite true.
I did a Drum Black History show a few weeks ago, Museum of Food and Drink, and I talked about Ryan Coogler. Somehow we started talking about Sinners and Ryan Coogler. And I talked about how he showed a lot of humility in the press run in regards to like how much he listens to the Black female creatives that he works with, and how much he takes like them and like his wife's word and advice. Like he's not just like, like most white dudes in Hollywood who are just like, my idea is the best idea. There's no room for debate. That's like why when you hear other people outside of a director say like, oh yeah, this person's a really great collaborator and communicator, blah, blah, blah. I take that seriously versus a director being like, I listen to everybody. I'm the best. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, like to the initial talking point, like, yeah, I definitely think some of these creatives they have insight into a world that we will never understand. Like, and like a certain level of wealth and access that just like is so foreign and abstract to even like the people that like, writers and creatives on this call. Like, I don't even think we can even imagine the dark channels that some of these people have access to. I mean, James Cameron literally made a ship where he could go to the bottom of the ocean. Like no one else had like done this shit before. That's crazy.
And then you want to talk about, hubris and nihilism that also goes into it as well. What's his name? Joe Ezaras, I think it is. He's the screenwriter of, it just slipped my mind. It's Basic Instinct, right? Sharon Stone, etc. That's Basic Instinct, right? That's the name of the film.
That's Sharon Stone.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's the screenwriter of Basic Instinct. This man.
Showgirls.
and Showgirls.
Oh my god.
Well, no, not. Did he write Showgirls?
He wrote Showgirl. Oh,
Jeez.
no, because I thought that was who?
Yeah, he wrote
Starship
Showgirls.
Troopers.
He wrote Showgirls. I'm reading it.
Oh, okay.
Showgirls 1 and 2.
Yeah, Paul.
Wait, there's
Farrell.
a second one?
Apparently there was a second one in
didn't know that
2011.
But that just came up on.
Wait, can we just watch that right now? Can we just stop?
I wish we could. But that just came up on Threads today, and I didn't know it was real either. Somebody was like, but Showgirls 2 is even better. And I was like, I didn't know there was even a such thing.
Real.
I'm watching it tonight. Sorry, Alien Earth. I'm definitely watching Showgirls 2 tonight. Is
Elizabeth Berkley in it? She's not in it though, right?
I don't think so.
These are more questions. All right, but while you look up that,
where are you from? Different places.
This man
is so wild.
It is so wild. Different places.
Her name was Nomi. It was so crazy. I hated everything about that movie.
No, the sex scene in the pool is absolutely incredible.
Was that a pool? Yeah, it was a pool. I thought it was a fountain, but yeah,
it looks like a fountain because they're like up against. Yeah. Anyway, that screenwriter was recently paid $2 million for the spec script of a Basic Instinct sequel that he said would destroy wokeness. So, like, that's what I'm talking about. When we talk about, predictive, you have to remember these are the type of people who are in power, who are not only predicting things, but they're creating things that lead to the things they want to see.
Right.
And so that's what I was talking about, when we don't have hope in films and things of that nature. When you have someone who's actively saying, I want to destroy wokeness with whatever goofy ass sequel they made to, a 30, 40-year-old movie that's probably going to be trash in the first place. Secondly, they get 2 million more if they even make the damn thing. So this man's about to make 4 million possibly off of this movie. And then their goal is to destroy the very thing that would basically save humanity.
The better question is who's giving him the money?
A studio exec.
Who?
Someone who, also
I would like to. That's what I want. I just want to know what their source of all this shit is.
The devil. And by the devil, I mean some, living and breathing, possibly, allegedly Caucasian male.
Has anybody seen War of the Worlds?
I keep watching clips.
The new one.
Our fans have been for Medium Popcorn been like, please review this movie. We're on break right now, but
man,
we'll get
Brandon.
Oh shit! Sorry to interrupt. Real quick PSA: a lot of y'all watch this channel and you don't hit the like or the subscribe button. Help out ForAllNerds. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Join the fam. Do it now, and we'll get right back to this video.
The clips I've seen, the stuff I've seen when it comes to this, it has a 3% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Of course,
that's better than the 0,
which is actually better than a lot of shit on it. I looked at the list. There's shit that's worse, but
it had 0 for a minute.
It did.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who the fuck gave it 2 tomatoes to even get to that, but
I'm telling you, it's gonna be like it's gonna bump up a little bit. It's probably gonna be because my co-host Justin Brown's gonna give it a positive review just to be contrarian.
I'm hearing from like the worst movie ever made type shit to like it's so bad it's good type shit. Like
no, it's not. It's not so bad.
And it's an Ice Cube thing. From what I've seen, it don't even look so bad as good. It just looks bad.
It's a horrible Amazon commercial, and that's the most disrespectful and disturbing thing about it.
That's an Amazon movie?
It's an Amazon movie and literally talks about Amazon products throughout in the movie.
I don't know anything about Amazon. Like I stopped watching Amazon stuff after Invincible. Like I'm just like I can't support the company, right? So I'll watch the screeners when I get it for Invincible season 4, but that's it. Like so I didn't realize it was an Amazon movie. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, no, I've been canceled on Amazon Prime, so that was the end of that. But I do know it's an Amazon movie because at one point, to save the world, Ice Cube son, Ice Cube's daughter,
Amazon Prime for his daughter.
Ice Cube's daughter's boyfriend, happens to be an Amazon drone pilot.
Yes.
So Ice Cube has to go on Amazon though, because the dude just can't do it without Ice Cube actually placing the ordery. So my man can then pilot the drone to Ice Cube with a USB in it.
Mind you, Mind you, Ice Cube has been hacking everything sight unseen throughout the
Sight
entire
unseen.
movie, but
I
for
saw some
Amazon, he
hacking
has to
things.
place an order
Yes.
like a regular
Yeah,
person.
and also can't unlock his door at this place because he's
No, it's like the most wildest thing, and it might have even been shot during pandemic.
it was definitely
Okay,
shot during pandemic.
and everything takes place from the viewpoint of his computer screen. And then there's like a $2 budget when it comes to the CGI and the effects. Like, I was just appalled. Like, I was just like, y'all are like, did they release this because they knew it was so bad and they wanted to like get popular off the hype? Like, they thought this was gonna be a cult classic. Like, why bother?
It's possible. I mean,
It's possible
because Ice Cube doesn't shy away from like being
terrible
a troll on Twitter and all that stuff. And
yeah,
they probably were trying to like do a flip, like the way Tubi movies sometimes do it, where like people like her.
But Tubi knows what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is odd to me. It's just like, now, are y'all try hard in terms of trying to find a cult classic too? Like,
I remember there was this Tubi show, I think it was, that I always wanted to watch that I never got to see, where this woman had like a golden arm or something. And I just remember seeing the scene where the doctor's like, I have to cut it off. And she's like, no, doctor, I love my golden arm. And I was like, I just have
Tubi
to.
shit's so literal.
I have to watch.
Tubi, right?
It's so literal. It's like, so you cheated on me with my sister and got her pregnant, but then also you've been sleeping with my aunt in the bedroom that we shared. It's so like just long diatribes that are just insane. It's all about cheating. A lot of black Tubi movies are about cheating.
Yeah, this was a white woman with a golden arm.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There's a few white Tubi movies that are insane.
Oh my God.
I know you had something else to say about Cube, but you were also talking about how he was trolling all the time. And, we got to remember, this is the man who just recently was like, yo, I can't believe what's happening right now with the government.
He's such a fucking idiot, bro. Like, I'm tired of these people, like, living long enough to see themselves become the villain. Like, how do you stamp out your own legend?
Tatiana, you do not understand how much this, Cube was ice fucking Cube.
Him, Nikki, everybody's just going off the deep, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Nikki was running around, in her career with giant dildos on her head. Like,
no. I'm not even talking about that. Like,
I never considered
I'm not talking about her creative side.
Yeah, I never considered
just saying, why are you just villainizing yourself like this? And then just come, like, are you okay?
She was already the villain to me. That's what I'm saying. Cube started off as like, fuck the police, once upon a time in the projects. Like, his early albums, just insane classic run that man had of pure classic hip hop. I mean, I'm talking way before, We Be Clubbing is trash Cube to me. I'm talking classic. This man was a god of rap.
It was him.
And he was him. And now
I don't know this man. I don't know who the fuck that is.
I think it started with Are We There Yet?
It did start there. He got that Hollywood money.
Yeah,
but like, he was still borderline himself.
Yeah, but I just blame that. That's where it starts. Like, 'cause Friday was cool, but when you start doing Are We There Yet type movies, that's when it's like, oh no, it's
See, I blame Triple X State of the Union.
There we go. You right.
I think that's when like things started getting real topsy-turvy. Because I remember as a teenager when they did the trailer for it, I was like, wait, so y'all just gonna replace Vin Diesel with Ice Cube? Like, we're not gonna notice? Like, we're not gonna ask questions?
For real, like,
so
what year did that come out?
Who thought that was a good idea?
Such a random switch.
That's like there's gotta be. I mean, he's up there with like
when they switched Jim Carrey with Jamie Kennedy for the
wait, okay, that's another one. But we can make a list right here.
Yeah,
this might need to be one of your and then we can talk about your show. But this might be another one need to topic for your show. When people end series franchises. George Clooney and Batman is like, the legendary example.
Yeah.
But Ice Cube might be up there for ending the Triple X franchise. Because Vin Diesel was rolling strong with that.
There were a lot of movies before that.
There was two.
I thought it was two. I thought it was more. More than that.
There's a Triple X movie. Then, Vin Diesel was acting all crazy.
Oh,
right.
And then he came back after.
Yeah, there was a third one after that.
Oh,
and they were both in it. They were both in it with Samuel Jackson. It's terrible.
No,
yeah, it's so bad.
No,
Ice Cube pops up in the third act. It's so bad.
No.
Yeah, everything is crazy. Like, I think I think because I'm such a fan of movies, especially like from starting the '90s, like nothing surprises me anymore. Like
Vin
I watched
Diesel
the new.
really needed the Fast and the Furious. Like,
Have I told the story on this podcast about when I walked by Vin Diesel at the Universal lot? I was walking like with some other riders for the program. We were just walking to the gate to get out, and in front of us ahead is an SUV, a bodyguard looking dude, and then a bald guy talking to a little white lady that we can see, but we can't see the bald dude from the front. But he has a Fast 9 jacket. He's wearing a Fast 9 leather jacket, and he's a bald head guy. And I'm like, there's no way this has been Diesel on a Universal lot wearing a Fast 9 jacket. That just be so insane. Like it's so unnecessary. And of course, we get closer and we hear, "Hey, I was talking to the director about Fast 10," and I'm just like, God damn! I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you don't need to do this. They know who you are.
no, they don't. Not enough for him. It needs to be instant when everybody sees him. Oh yeah,
Live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah. I just love that Seth Rogen like is always talking about how weird Vin Diesel is. Like he's just like it's an open secret how crazy this guy is, but no one like
still.
Yeah.
I have a friend
like what
who used to date Vin Diesel, and they were quite upset. She was quite upset that he has a twin brother that he never spoke about.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that he has a twin brother. Yeah.
Oh,
there's two.
She also has a twin, so she was kind of like upset at him for not
What?
Yep. He's also a Dungeons and Dragons role player in game, so I always thought he was cool for that, but insane for everything else, I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, just because you play D&D,
I once met a director who worked with Vin Diesel, and he said for this movie called Knockaround Guys, and Vin Diesel has like a small role in this fucking movie.
Yeah,
he said that Vin Diesel would like go off by himself and be like, "I'm just trying to get in the mindset of a man who everyone knows his name." Like so weird shit. It's like you're like in 10 pages of the script. Like, what are you? Okay.
Vin Diesel's twin brother looks like the Negazone version of him. Like,
I can't believe
what?
I've never looked him up.
It's like literally the inverse.
I've known this fat forever, and I never
bunch of hair.
What's Vin Diesel's real name again? Mark Sinclair.
That sucks.
That's wild.
Wow, crazy enough. But this is a great segue because we're talking about all of these bad movies. And you actually have a new live show out, Brandon.
That's
Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, starting on Thursday, September 4th, I'm starting a new monthly show called What the Film, aka WTF, where I'm just talking about crazy ass movies, the productions behind them, fun movie trivia. We're gonna have some people doing some movie soundtrack karaoke and stuff. It's just like I wanted to kind of capitalize on like the successful format like Drum Black History and like apply it to film and television, like because there's just so much fun. Like films are universal and stuff like that. And I think there's a lot of opportunity to bring people together in like a fun, positive way, especially like in community spaces. Like we were talking offline about need for community and stuff like that. So that's what the basis of What the Film is.
Okay,
I'm excited to have you both on to talk about. We haven't decided on the movie that y'all gonna talk about, but given like what already people have picked, I'm excited to get into the 90s because that's gonna be the first show's theme.
Can you say what other people picked?
No, it's gonna be a surprise. You gotta come through to the show.
So when we come through, we're not gonna know, or do we get to pick anything?
You'll pick your movie. You'll know what your movie is, but you won't know what the movies of the other guests that they picked.
Got it.
I'm doing a montage of all like the crazy 90s like teen movies and just what white kids were able to get away with in the 90s and how that's like led to where we are now.
Yeah.
Oh, see, like I'm thinking 80s ones, like weird because Weird Science and Can't Buy Me Love are still 80s.
Yeah,
right?
that's 80s.
What's some 90s ones?
Like what specific? Like
the one we just talked about earlier. Actually, I might want to do that one.
Well, I'm talking a lot about like the early, like the mid to early 90s.
Yeah, like teen.
I'm talking like not even like
95
like coming of age. Like I'm talking about Blank Check, Heavyweights, First Kid. We're gonna talk
First Kid. I remember
Camp Nowhere. I'm talking about
I've seen none of these
unhinged, like young white kids just wilding out movies.
Yeah,
and now those kids are older. The guy who was in First Kid, he's like a cryptocurrency pioneer who like hides out in Puerto Rico, take advantage of tax incentives and shit.
Of course he does.
Nice. Yeah, it's insane.
Of course he does. So how many shows are you having?
So right now we have September and October booked, and then hopefully if things are successful, we'll continue in November, December. And it's just going to constantly change every month, the different themes. Obviously, October will be horror themed, and then November will hopefully be like family film themed and stuff. So there's a lot you can do there, especially like with movies like Soul Food and The Family Stone and stuff like that.
And where and when?
Yes, Thursday, September 4th at Littlefield in Brooklyn, New York. Tickets are available at FrodoBlackens.com for all those tickets. And yeah, looking forward to having y'all on. We also have Ophira Eisenberg from NPR and the homie Justin Brown from the Media Popcorn Podcast on.
Nice.
Oh yes, what up, Justin?
Yeah.
What the film? WTF?
Yeah, it's so crazy that you mentioned all those movies, and I'm like, I was going to them in the movie theater every weekend in the 90s, especially early 90s, and I have no idea about any of them joints.
Okay, what about obviously like the big blockbusters, Independence Day, Men in Black?
Oh yeah, I mean, bro,
I'm gonna talk about the first time seeing Independence Day in the theater opening.
Oh my god!
And being like, oh, Will Smith's gonna be a movie star. Like I remember seeing the audience reaction, like, oh, this motherfucker's gonna blow up.
I definitely saw Independence Day in the theater.
Yes, I had an Independence Day poster. I was like, into, and this before the film came out. I was like into theories about what this movie was going to be.
Poster.
Everything, yeah. Because like
the ship, I'm supposed to see that movie, but
the ship had all kind of designs on the bottom, so people were like, "Oh, it's going to be like Egyptian related and this and that," and then this.
Well, that's because the guy those guys did Stargate right before, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
that movie's nuts.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
that movie
Stargate is definitely nuts. Okay, yeah, but yeah, all those. I mean, like, and then also in the 90s, around that time, I was really like into, I was being a film dork, so I was watching all like independent joints and. I was heavy into Reservoir Dogs when it first dropped, and El Mariachi.
Bad 90s movie, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, because the 90s is just so unhinged. I mean,
does Belly still make the 90s?
This is what when it gets subjective. I'm like, is it bad or is that just a classic at that point?
Belly 1998 is
terrible. My god.
But the opening is one of the best openings of all time.
Oh my god.
It is iconic.
But that's why
the movie overall is terrible.
I can talk about Shorty Don't Eat No Books.
But if that's the case, then you opening up Cameron's whole catalog, Paid in Full, all this shit.
Oh,
I mean, Paid in Full, but that Paid in Full I think came out 2000.
Yeah, that's like 2000. Yeah,
yeah.
I knew Shorty was in Paid in Full.
I have a friend named Sid who lives in Long Island City. He's got like one of those like nice ass apartments, like those high rises and stuff. He out of nowhere just has a mural of Whit Harris, Cameron, and I forgot the other dude from Paid in Full.
Nice.
And they're just, it's on his wall. He's this Indian dude. He had no context about the movie. It's just like, yeah, I just really like this art. I was like, yo, you got an iconic scene from Paid in Full.
Wow. No,
Mekhi Phifer. I can't believe
Mekhi Phifer. Yeah, first movie out, Mekhi Phifer.
Yeah,
iconic Cameron
cousin, man.
Yeah.
Oh, my brother, my fucking brother. Man.
Yeah. First movie out, Mekhi Phifer. Oh man, I might have to do Belly. I have like so many Belly stories because I was, that was like Howard, and we had the bootleg. Like the Belly bootleg is not completely different, but has a completely different score. And the Belly bootleg is what got me into PJ Harvey and Trick. Well, I was already into Tricky, but PJ Harvey I had no idea about. And the Belly bootleg has Broken Homes by PJ Harvey on it. And it's incredible. And the movie. Yeah,
but how far into that movie does that song play?
What do you mean? Broken Homes? It's the scene where what's the name is walking around oiled up in the prison.
Oh my god. There was so much baby oil on that set.
No, but it's the shorty. What's the DMX's girl?
Oh, the one that just keeps
Keisha. And she's oiled up
the whole movie.
And she's oiled up in prison, and they play Broken Homes over her scene. But yeah, the music is a bit different in the bootleg. And I watched the bootleg so many times before I ever saw the final cut. Yeah.
You know the craziest thing about that movie is they ran out of money, and it's so blatantly obvious. By the time we get to the end, when it shows Times Square at New Year's Eve, and he's like, Africa, I can't believe it. I was like, what? It's so egregious.
The fact that this movie goes from about.
But how are we going to do it? Did you chopping it up now? Like, how are we going to do it?
Oh, no, I mean, we can do it live, but I'm talking about, like, there's don't trust me, I can go on and on about Belly. I can quote this shit. Like, anyway, but the movie goes from a couple of drug dealers to a whole conspiracy film about the president and some other shit. So it is.
I don't remember that part.
And the church and stuff like that.
Wow.
It is so, because it's like, it suddenly turns into Hype Williams trying to have a conscience, I guess, about all the nonsense that he put on screen. And
Because he realized he had to sell his soul to the devil to get the rest of this movie made.
Yeah, I mean, he sold his soul to the devil a long time before that. So
I mean, in that movie, DMX literally says "fuck a book." It's like insane.
No, Shorty can't eat no books. It's one of my favorite lines of all time.
That's exactly what he says.
Yes. And then when it rains, niggas get wet. I mean, no, I can quote DMX in that movie all day and night. You want to go home? I'll take you home. I'm like,
and you got to say it in his cadence.
Yeah, because that's how he does every line. It's all da-da-da, da-da-da. You want to go home? I'll take you home.
One of my first meetings with Malcolm D. Lee, shout out to Malcolm D. Lee and Blackmail Productions.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I pitched maybe like because I had to pitch a bunch of ideas to possibly write.
Yeah,
I did pitch DMX, the story about DMX impersonating the FBI agent, and what would have happened if like he actually got away with it for a little bit. Like what kind of things would he got into? And then, but there was like no there, you know, like it was just a long joke.
Yeah.
Did you pitch this with a straight face?
Oh yeah, I pitched a lot of insane stuff. Yeah. It was great. Like, yeah, media popcorn fans would love all the stuff I pitched to the studio. They'd be like, "Oh, you really said okay?"
Yeah, I used to be the same way in writers' rooms and in any pitch meeting. I've always, it comes from being at Howard. I always tell people that because I used to tell people like, because one at Howard, my name was DJ Signified or Ben Amin, and people would not believe either one. And then so I would start telling people my name was Scrooge McDuck, and I would just say it with a straight face. And people would believe me.
It's about the delivery. That's
why. Yeah. Like, if you meet someone on Howard campus and they don't know you from shit and you tell them your name is Scrooge McDuck with a straight face, people will.
I guess that's not what he go by. Because who am I to say anything to the contrary? I'm like, I just got here too. This is my third day out here. I don't know.
Yeah. So for after that, I learned you can pitch things to anybody if you just say it with a straight enough face.
Oh my goodness, yo,
Scrooge McDuck. And people would really be like, oh, okay, Scrooge him. I had to stop myself from crying, yeah.
Who cares? I mean, a lot of the stuff, like especially when it comes to writing, anyway, like things change. You know, like some ideas that people are excited about, like they're like a week later, we're gonna cut.
Oh my god!
So who cares if you pitch a bunch of crazy stuff? Like worst thing they can say is no, or just stare at you blankly.
Yep. And that's like I say, I always tell people it goes back to Howard because. Like whenever I'm being in rooms and people are like, oh my God, you're so brave. You're done all these pitches and stuff. And I'm like, I used to walk across the campus in broad daylight to holler at a shorty. You know what I mean? Like everyone looking at you and you had to walk up to her cold and be like, hey, how you doing? And all that.
Wearing those sunglasses?
Nah, it would have been much easier.
Like you're Big Daddy? Like she can't see me. She can only hear me.
If I had these when I was telling people I was Scrooge McDuck, oh my God, it would have been over.
They would have been ripping you apart on Facebook. They would have been like, hey, this is a crazy dude named Scrooge McDuck with glasses and dreads, and I don't know, y'all.
Yeah, we didn't have Facebook, thank God.
He keeps asking me about Marvel.
That was the thing. I didn't talk about none of that shit at Howard because it wasn't cool. You know what I mean?
When did y'all get Facebook?
It was cool when I was there.
Facebook came right when I was leaving.
I was in high school when Facebook came out.
Yeah, right when I was leaving is when Facebook
Tatiana,
came.
did you get access to Facebook in high school or you had to?
No, I got access to it when I got to Howard.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
I missed that.
Because that was when, like, back in the day when it was just college students.
Mm-hmm.
We were we were probably the one chocolate chip cookie school in the, chocolate chip in the cookie. Because I was like, what other black schools was on there? But we was on that bitch.
Because honestly, I remember my man was like, I'm going to form a black Facebook. That was his plan. Like, he was going to go and do that's how early it was, Yeah. And I was really like, okay, but I'm about to graduate. Why would I give a shit about something that's for college? That's because that's how it was.
Until they opened it up.
Yeah, and then it was like, and then it became, worldwide. But at the time, I was like, I don't give a shit about Facebook either way.
And then our moms got on it.
Then it became the dystopian state.
Yeah, because for a while, Facebook was beautiful. For a quick minute. Ah, well.
For a while, it was beautiful. And
sorry to any youth
and then
out
he all
there.
died.
You missed all of that. It's all trash out there on the internet now.
Facebook, when it was exclusive, was like pre-Thanos MCU.
And
then, people started.
Now it's pick and choose.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might get a banger, you might not.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might learn that a lot of your friends from back then have turned into, Yeah. I saw a comedian say that, like, social media, they have different uses. This for this, this for this. And Facebook is for finding out which of your friends have turned, conservative, crazy Republican.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't know because I haven't used Facebook in years.
Years.
But go on there.
Years. Why? Why would I do that?
Just so you can know. Like next time
For what?
Before you get to Howard homecoming this time, you'll be like, oh yeah, this one.
I don't need to associate with them anyway. If that's like that. Like if I haven't associated with you all this time, you're basically just like Facebook to me.
Fam, straight up, and I'll say this on the show. This dude, I'm not gonna say your name just because anyway. Like I barely knew them at Howard. He was one of them cats. You'd see, whatever. Like people might be in the party, etc. I'm DJing. Whoop whoop. The other day, he came up on my feed, Facebook again, and he had a picture with our current mayor. Hashtag I like him.
Mr. Mixie?
Mr. Mixie. My man and him are hugged up tight. So, my man just roasted in the comments. I mean, obviously roasted in the comments.
Of course.
And I'm roasting him in the comments at one point, and he's asking me, do you know how to turn off, the comments so I can just post a picture and not have... I was like, no, Negro, I don't know how to turn off shit. What I do know is how to
Google it.
Yeah.
Why don't you ask your homies PR team? Because they know how to do that.
I wonder why you're asking me.
Because they get roasted all the time too.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I don't know how to turn it off. What I do know how to turn on is me roasting your ass for this dumb ass shit.
Did y'all see Adams talking about how he must be Dominican? Because every time he hang out with Dominicans, he feels part of the community or something. This is
every time he opens his mouth. Like he's just
hey.
I do not like that nigga. I don't
know how he was
How did we get here?
How did he end that sentence? I just hermano or something. He had to end it with something.
Did he try to speak Spanish?
Yeah, this guy's out of his mind. That's the one thing is he has no shame.
Yeah, again, we're going back.
He's like George Santos. He has no shame.
We're going back. Yeah, Peter Thiel, et cetera, down the line. There is no shame, involved in these people.
I'm still on when he literally went to walk Luigi with the law enforcement, the alleged Luigi. Luigi, free my nigga Luigi. But just the way he was just involved. And I'm like, why is the mayor of New York involved in this? Like, what the fuck do you have to do with this?
This is my city. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't fucking the Riddler. Like, you just captured him from Gotham. Like, he had nothing to do with anybody else.
He definitely said it to Luigi one-to-one. He's like, this is my city.
Yeah.
You're trying to be up in here like the Joker. I'm chaos. He said some wild shit to that guy one-to-one with no microphones on.
He's such a fucking...
I'm chaos.
I am the chaos.
I'm vengeance.
Vote Mom Donnie.
He had to watch the movie the night before. So
Vote Mom Donnie.
So he got the line.
We should use that as a commercial for whoever you want, but for me, Mom Donnie, just all the crazy shit this nigga Adams has said. Just roll the tape.
We just don't make up shit he said.
Shit, like you said, thousands of hours. Let's just turn the AI on.
Yes. 2 years ago, New York had that crazy flooding, right? With the schools, or school buses were in trouble.
2 years ago? What about fucking 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah, but remember 2 years ago when he was like, if you didn't know the wall was going to get that crazy, you must have been living under a rock. I'm like, what? You're our mayor, nigga. You get it. It's like crazy. He's like, if you got the diabetes, you shouldn't be eating sugar. Like, what are you talking about?
And he says it, and the sad part is you're not exaggerating. That's what
he
the nigga sounds like.
He has no empathy. He has no shame. Like, he's a sociopath.
To wrap this up, I recently saw a study. They said that a lot of CEOs of big corporations qualify for all the things that would label somebody a sociopath in real life.
You have to. I think in order to be as cutthroat as you need to be, especially in business, and I used to be naive and thinking you don't have to be cutthroat to be in business, especially in entertainment, at least, given everything
in any business.
With, the writing stuff with Gordon with Drunk Black History and stuff. It's oh no, even people you think you can trust will screw you over.
Oh yeah.
In business in general, I've talked to so many people who are high ranking in big companies and oh yeah, the people I thought were going to be my ride or die turned against me, blah blah blah. I literally saw WeWork leadership fall apart, and they were as thick as thieves and shit. I saw that up close and personal. That was crazy.
Well, That ended. I mean, not really. Like I say, build your community up, folks. You know what I mean? Don't focus on this capitalist
Black
bullshit.
cinephiles unite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's really the biggest problem. Like I say, a lot of us too much want to emulate, this system instead of getting rid of this system. That's the problem. Like, as much shout out to those brothers who own that clothing line. This is clothing line. We need more black billionaires, and it's just so like, no, we need no billionaires.
Yeah.
No one ever needs that much money ever. End of story.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need more black community heirs.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
Put it on a t-shirt, Ben.
I might have to sell it.
Capitalism,
I become a black billionaire.
Hey, what's up, internets and the fam? This is Tatiana King for ForAllNerds, and I want to thank you so much for listening and watching to ForAllNerds. Make sure you like and subscribe to us only on YouTube.
For All Nerd Show is a member of the Loudspeakers Network, where we always say rest in peace to our founder, Combat Jack.
For All Nerd Show is powered by our listeners. Everything we do, from our podcasts, live events, our website, are all independently funded. Please continue to support us through our Patreon page at patreon.com/forallnerds.